So, Candice Poitrey, thank you for being my guest in Paris Live on Radio France International. Welcome.
Thank you for welcoming me.
So we're here to talk about your project, which is called Randonnée autour de Paris, which, for those who might not speak French, is, let's translate it as walk around Paris.
Yeah, that's good.
Walkabout, Paris walkabout. But basically, you have gone through, you've taken the trouble to go on many different walks. I don't know how many exactly, but it's 550 kilometers. Is that right?
The entire way is 550 kilometers.
Let's begin with actually where you're from.
Okay.
Because I want to know what brought you to do such a website, to create such a website in the first place.
Okay.
Is it because you're from the country somewhere and you miss nature when you're living in Paris?
No, I'm from Dijon, but still, I'm from a city, and I lived abroad for a while, and then I just discovered Paris. And you know, there is a lot of Parisians who are not really Parisians. And when you grow up, your parents teach you how to go to nature. They show you where it is and how to get there. But when you are coming in Paris, nobody is showing you and you don't know how to go. So it's getting harder to go. And finally, you don't go and you wait to have time to go very far, to just reconnect with nature. So at the early beginning, I'm a hiker, and I really like to hike. And I wanted to experiment what it is to do a loop, because I saw that it was more challenging mentally as a hiker to do a loop instead of going from a city to another one. And I looked for an itinerary, and for 2 or 3 years, I just wanted to do the pilgrimage of the Shikoku Island in Japan. And for some reason, each time I had money, I didn't have time. And each time I had time, I didn't have money. So at the end, it was impossible to do this project and to make my dream come true. Oh, whatever. And finally, I just realized that I had a loop in Paris called the GR1. It just means long way number 1, and it's a way drawn by the French Federation of Hiking. And it's a big loop of 550 kilometers around Paris, but this loop is cutted with train stations. So it's really easy accessible, and at the end, it's 24 IDs for a little walk.
Okay, so 550 kilometers is broken down into 24 different walks that are circular. So you go from point A and then you come back to your point of departure.
Exactly. Okay. The start is at Porte-Maillot and the end is at Porte-Maillot.
Okay, so the principle is that you take a train, and you did this over this past summer. You actually took a train every day and you went on one of these circuits. Is that how you did it?
Yeah,
I chose one of the circuits belonging to the GR1, and you took the train to your starting point and you walked.
Yeah, this is what I did.
Okay.
This is a little bit crazy, and people were a little bit astonished that I did it this way, because they were probably expecting that I would sleep on the place. But finally, it's not that evident. You know, when you are in the city and you can come back at your place in 40 minutes by train, it's not an evidence to stay here and sleep there. And also, compared to other different way of hiking, this way is not sinking touristically. I mean that there is not hostel for hikers. So if you want to sleep cheap, this is not really possible. So at the end, for all of this reason, I decided to go back home every day, just to experiment also that it is really easy to do and that you can do it every day if you like. And this is possible to go to nature every day.
Yeah, basically this website that you've set up tells people how they can reach nature very quickly within one train ride, and they don't necessarily have to walk very far. There's the shorter walks are like 7 kilometers, and then you go up to like 44, I think is the longest one, but they're all day trips. So you're saying there's really beautiful nature, because when you look at the videos on your website, you can see, wow, is this really just outside of Paris? And it is.
Yeah, and I really made the website to share with other Parisians and not only Parisians, but to other citizens.
Anyone coming to visit
in Paris, that it is really easy to go to nature, because when you are Parisians, most of the time you think that you live in a jail of wall and pollution. You know, this is really generic and common to say that, like Paris, it's walls and pollution. But finally, if we really turn things upside down, this is not really true, because technically you can access to nature you can easily access to nature with the train ride from 20 to 1 hour, and it's really easy. And I think that it is really enriching for your life, because I mean, it's I'm sorry. I mean, it's really empowering, because if you feel like you are the slave of your city,
and slave of everyday life and working life,
you are very sad, actually. But by doing this, I realized that now I could go in the nature anytime I want, anywhere. I had 20 possibilities, and honestly, I feel more free, and I feel more friend with Paris for this reason. Yeah, because, you know,
it's changed your vision of Paris a little bit.
It really changed the way I live.
You can get away and come back.
Yes, because, you know,
see it differently.
Most of the time you dream of leaving Paris because of the pollution, because of the wall, because of the stress. But finally, if you know how to go to nature and how to go back, then you are not frustrated. So you know how to deal with this life with the city and the nature, and it's totally possible. And actually, I think that we are more lucky than some other citizens in France, because we can access easily to nature, to Fontainebleau, to Forêt d'Armenonville. There is many big forests around us, and also fields. So actually, I think that maybe, I mean, I just asked the question, but maybe we are more lucky than some other citizens in our access with public transport to nature. I think. And actually, I think that we should really consider this, because it really could change your life. It's really empowering, and it makes you more happy. I mean, if you know that you can go to the nature on Sunday, instead of thinking that you are frustrated to stay here and wait for the time when you will have 3 days to go in the Alps or in the Pyrenees, then you feel better. You feel better.
It's something you can do in the immediately moment. And you also did you've done a series of short films that give people a little bit of a visual idea of what they can expect, and so you're obviously very comfortable with media, using photography, using video. So it's really part of your project as well. Is this the media aspect of it?
It was. I mean, I wanted to document, because I think that the main problem for Parisians is they don't know what the nature looks. So I just wanted to show, look, it's okay. You can go. Do you like it? I mean, if you don't like this one, maybe you will like another one for other reason, because you are looking for something else. If you don't like forest, you would like more field. Then you can just check what you like before going, because actually I think that you will not do 40 minutes of train if you are not sure that you will like it.
Yeah.
So my goal was to show and kind of demystify the to think that it's ugly around Paris, you know.
It's not just urban suburbs and urban sprawl.
Exactly. I wanted to show, hey, there is serious nature around.
And it's very beautiful too.
It's beautiful. Come, take a look. So I wanted to show, I wanted to solve 3 problems. I wanted to show to make people confident to go. I wanted to show how to go and how many time it takes. And I wanted also to give a map to say, hey, you can follow this way. Actually, the way is drawn, so you can really follow it without the map. But in case you are lost, then I did it. And also I gave tips to make it fun to go, and I hope that people will play with it and experiment it. And for me, it was an experiment, and to share something, and I hope it could change the life of the Parisians, because it changed my life personally, in the way I live the city and the way I imagine my future also in the city. I think that before this experiment, I was deeply thinking like, yeah, I have to go out of here.
But maybe not so soon.
Maybe not
maybe
so
I'll stay
soon.
longer.
Yeah.
Has SNCF and the other, with the train company, have they thanked you for this extra work that you've done? Or
No.
the Federation of Hikers?
No, I'm still waiting. No, really. No, but it's true that I did not contact them too. Maybe I should, because my dream, honestly, would be to do a master map of it, you know?
Yes.
Because for me, it's just a beginning. It's only 20, and there is many more to do, actually. So there is not everything on the website. But for me, it was a beginning, because I did not invent anything, you know? I just show another way to show it. Because I think that, from my side, I think that there is a problem with, we don't give to Parisian tools to help them for the space cognition.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
because actually, you know, when you come in Paris, in less than 2 years, you are able to say to anyone who asking you, how do I get there? You are able to answer to them without reading any app. And this is because on the map of the RATP, of the Parisian
metro
suburb,
and the suburbs.
they put a line. They put aligned the main site of Paris with the lines, so you know where to go. You know how to go somewhere. But on this map, there is not nature, so we don't know how to get there.
Yeah.
Simply that.
Yeah.
Just because they don't show it on the map. So, you know, sometimes drawing, it helps a lot the mind to understand things. So my dream would be the same map with nature.
Okay.
Really. And if I can participate to it, I'm in.
You're open. So this looks like it could be a project that could go a step further. What about an English version? I'm sure a lot of English-speaking tourists
I'm working on
tourists would be interested.
Yeah, I'm working on it right now to share this experiment with the tourists, so they can experiment Paris in another way, and because we have a beautiful countryside and with beautiful castle too and many other things. So yeah, I wanted to translate it in English. And second of all, I would like to do a big map, and why not other cities in France or around the world.
Exactly. This
Really.
could work
This
elsewhere.
Yeah,
Definitely.
this is my goal actually.
Wow. Now, what about the other goal, the going to Japan? Where are you up to with that dream goal?
This is really.
Is it still your dream to do this? Because you were talking in your podcast about taking a train across Russia and doing it the long, slow way.
Yeah? I still want to do it. So I start from a point. So I think I still hope to do it. I don't know when it will be possible, but it is still my dream. I will do one day. And I just don't know when. Maybe one day I will have time and money at the same time, and then I will go. I don't know, but this is not for now, and I will see.
And so, on a concluding note, we could say that that the journey is more important than the destination. Would you agree now with that famous statement?
Of course. And this is really what I wanted to experiment at the beginning, because I noticed that when I was hiking from a point A to a point B, I was kind of idealizing the day of my arrival, you know, something with big smog and lights, and maybe people would have organized a party for my arrival, I don't know, with a red carpet. No, I joke, but really you idealize a lot the day of your arrival, and I thought that a loop is definitely the best way to challenge this quote of Stevenson saying that the best is in the way itself, and to experiment this around your home has been really a chance for me to discover this. And I'm happy. So honestly, if I don't go to Japan, that's life. I'm lucky to live where I live, and this is cool, but I still hope to go to Japan.
Well, thank you very much, Candice Poitrey, for being my guest.
Thank you very much for your welcome.